Sony approved a game where you play as a mosquito trying to suck blood from a family without getting swatted, and somehow it became a cult classic instead of getting laughed out of existence. Mr. Mosquito dropped March 2002 on PlayStation 2 as this completely bizarre stealth action game that proved Japanese developers could make literally anything into a game. This was Zoom Inc., creating something so absurd it could only exist in that era of experimental PS2 titles. You play as a mosquito living in a Japanese family's house, and your goal is to suck enough blood to survive winter hibernation. Each level puts you in a room with a family member, and you have to find exposed skin, land without being noticed, and extract blood while they're distracted. If they notice you, they'll swat you to death. The gameplay loop was tense in ways it had no right to be, flying around looking for landing spots while the person moved. Timing your approach when they were relaxed. The blood-sucking minigame where you filled a meter without causing too much irritation, or they'd swat reflexively. Getting caught triggered boss battles where the family member actively tried to kill you with increasingly aggressive attacks. The daughter swung a badminton racket. The father used a fly swatter. These fights were legitimately difficult with patterns requiring precision dodging. The perspective and scale made everything feel huge and threatening. A normal living room became a massive space to navigate. A human hand swinging at you filled the screen. The game nailed the sense of being tiny and vulnerable in an environment designed for creatures thousands of times your size. The humor came from how seriously the game took its ridiculous premise. Dramatic music during boss fights, detailed blood-sucking mechanics with different body parts requiring different strategies. The game treated being a mosquito like a legitimate stealth action experience instead of playing it for laughs. The English localization added intentionally awkward dialogue that made the absurdity even more apparent. The family's conversations were stilted and weird in ways that felt like bad translation, but might have been deliberate. This added to the surreal atmosphere. Critics had no idea what to make of it. The concept was too bizarre to take seriously, but the execution was competent enough that it worked as an actual game. Review scores were all over the place, with some praising the originality and others calling it a novelty that wore thin. Players who picked it up discovered something genuinely unique that committed fully to its weird premise. The game was short with only a handful of levels, but the difficulty meant finishing required genuine skill. Mr. Mosquito became one of those cult games people remembered specifically because nothing else like it existed. It proved that even the most absurd concept could work if developers treated it seriously and built functional mechanics around the joke.